Good afternoon, dear mothers. Thank you for lending a part of your precious time today and join me with my presentation. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maylanie, and I'm a food technology student from Binanusantara University. Today, I'm going to talk about the most basic cooking ingredients you can find in local markets or any nearest convenience store. It is called tempeh, or more specifically, I'm going to talk about the effects of different fermentation conditions on antioxidant capacity and isoflavones content of soy tempeh. As we know, antioxidant and isoflavones content are the most beneficial components of the tempeh for our health benefits. Let's just start with soybean. Soybean is the basic ingredient of making tempeh. But what is soybean actually? Soybean is also called as soja or soya bean, and they are part of pea family, and it is type of edible seed. It is also famous in Asian countries as their staple diet. It is super beneficial as in health benefits, such as reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, cancers, and increased bone health. Soybeans are also often fermented to create more health benefits. These modifications can increase nutrient bioavailability, degrade antinutrients, improve the antioxidant activity, release flavor, improve product stability, and even they can create a new product form. These are the examples of product you can find in the local stores near around you. They are tempeh, natto, and tofu. Now we are going to go to tempeh. What is tempeh? Tempeh is a type of fermented soybean product originated from Indonesia. It has beneficial components like high fiber, protein, and they are low in sodium and especially fats. They also contain a lot of antioxidants. As we all know, tempeh is a fermented product. But did you know that the different fermentation conditions of tempeh can affect the type of tempeh produced? The effects can result in different antioxidant capacity and other components of tempeh. Those conditions which can affect the tempeh includes the incubation under aerobic and anaerobic conditions and also fermentation time and temperature. In this presentation, we are going to see the effect of fermentation time and temperature to produce soy tempeh. First of all, we need to start to prepare the tempeh. It will start by the process of soaking of 200 grams of tempeh for 4 hours, and we will dehull them. After dehulling, we are going to boil them with different concentration of lactic acids or under 30 minutes, which then we will start adding the tempeh starter after cooling them down. Packaging of tempeh will be done after the adding of tempeh starter has been completed. After packaging them in a nice plastic package, incubate them under 25, 30, and 35 degrees Celsius for different days like 2, 3, and 4 days. After that, we will have to freeze dry them at negative 20 degrees Celsius. The results of the tempeh antioxidant will be tested using ABTS radical scavenging activity, ferrous ion chelating activity, and also the total phenolic content. Meanwhile, the isoflavone compounds will be determined using HPLC. All of these observations will be done using statistical analysis too, which includes expressing values as mean and standard deviation, one-way analysis of variance or called ANOVA, and also post hoc testing. After several observations are done, results are also out. The first results out is seen through the tempest characteristics with different conditions. It can be seen that there are white mycelium in the outer part of the tempeh, which means that the tempeh is fully fermented. But the fermentation with 35 degrees Celsius for 3 days shows an overripe condition. Meanwhile, the fermentation at 25 degrees for 2 days has no mold covering most of the part. Overripe condition of tempeh is shown by the dark appearance and strong odor too. They have a slight of ammonia smell. It is also shown that the fermentation using 0.8% lactic acid needs a shorter period of time to make tempeh overripe, rather than the other tempeh with higher lactic acid concentration. Next result to find out is the antioxidant capacities. It is shown that the scavenging ability decreases each time as the period of time used in this fermentation increase. This shows that the longer period of time for fermentation, the higher the antioxidant activity will be produced. Other than the period of time, the temperature also affects the amount of total phenolic content. But the results in the table shows that the higher lactic acid concentration the amount of total phenolic content will start decreasing. This reducing of phenolic content can occur due to the enzyme activity of mold that release all the water-soluble phenolic components. And lastly, the isoflavones content of tempeh will be determined too. Contents like didzin, didzane, and genistein are parts of the isoflavones. Fermentation reduces the didzin and genistein content in all fermentation conditions, while at the same time the didzin and the genistein contents are increased. Didzin and genistein are the beneficial components in tempeh that provides the antioxidant and the other health benefits such as reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, increased bone health, and even contains the anti-cancer properties. Didzin and genistein are the metabolized version of didzin and genistein, so they are surely more healthy. The table results also show that the faster amount of time used for fermentation is affected by the high temperature and concentration of lactic acid. And this fast fermentation will help in providing more didzane and genistein. We have discussed about all the fermentation conditions effect, and from the presentation above, I can conclude that different condition results in different appearance and antioxidant capacities. Tempeh with 1% of lactic acid has higher chelating capacity, while tempeh with 0.8% lactic acid has higher phenolic and isoflavones. And lastly, higher incubation time and temperature results in higher antioxidant and phenolic contents. And that brings us to the end. I sincerely appreciate all of your attention this afternoon. I hope the presentation today can help all mothers to increase their awareness about the type of tempeh consumed daily. I am Maylanie, and once again, thank you so much for your interest. Hope to see you all in another time. Thank you.